Hi, this is Natalie. We're going to be talking about how to get your CCD classroom ready for the first week. The first thing you usually will be doing is getting the class list from your DRE. Then you'll be able to get a chance to clean off the kids' desks, probably clean out the desks from the prior year. A lot of times you don't get to do that at the end of the last year, so that's a good time to do that the day before your class starts probably. Then you can arrange the desks in the order that you like. I usually like the old-fashioned ways with rows. I want them to have enough room between each desk so that I can walk in between each desk in any direction that I want. Some of this has to do with you want to be able to own that room. That's your room. That's going to help you have some control over their kids' behavior. Now, if you Google classroom management, you're going to get a lot of other stuff from very experienced teachers. I'm not nearly that experienced, but I have had that experience. They need to come into that room, and that is your room. They know that they're in your space now. And I can walk anywhere in that space that I want. It's my room. Also, I think it helps that each child has their own personal space. In the rooms at the schools today, so many times they have the desks all facing each other, or they work at tables. I don't really like that. I think it causes the kids to be always talking rather than listening to the teacher. It gives them no personal space at all, and I just believe it's disruptive. So in my class, the desks all face the one way, they face the front, and they all have space between them. I also assign seats. I think that's a good way to do it at the second grade level. I look at my class list, and I know a lot of the families from our parish. I may know of some of the students from other activities, so I kind of know which students I want to place next to each other, or which students I may want to split up a little bit. If you're not sure of a lot of these students, you may want to talk to some of the other teachers. Maybe the first grade teacher can give you some insight into which kids should be possibly sitting where. I also, if there's a student who I think could be disruptive, I'm going to likely put him or her in the back row, rather than in the front. That way he or she is not going to be trying to clown off and get attention at the front of the room. I also take this opportunity to clean off my teacher's desk. I get out a new box of Kleenex, sharpen extra pencils, and get that ready for the new year. I never sit behind my desk as far as teaching. I'm always walking around the room and things like that. But I do use the desk to put handouts and other supplies we might need, maybe glue sticks, scissors, things like that. The students always know quickly in my year they don't touch stuff that's on my desk, unless I would happen to give them permission to help hand something out. Also, if there's some notes or handouts of various types that go home, I put them on the desk. In that case, I also put the child's name on each one. That way, if someone's absent, I'll easily remember the next week who needs to still get one. As far as the students not touching something on my desk, that is also part of owning this physical space. That is the teacher's desk, and we don't touch that. Each person has their own desk. At this time of the year, it's also good to review your procedures or routines that you use as the students are coming into your classroom. Now again, if you're Googling these kind of procedures, you're going to get a lot of ideas. We have a very small, very old school building. Used to be a Catholic school, so there's no real big hallways. I know some classrooms in the public schools that I've seen, they line up the kids in the hallway, quiet, before they are allowed in the room. In my case, that's not really possible. So we come in the room and we walk over by where the lockers is. Remember, this is a very old school. The lockers are actually in the classroom. They put their backpacks down along those lockers, single file, and then walk back to the door of the room where we line up, and then this is when we take a bathroom break. Now my students are coming directly from their full school day, so this is the time that we take a bathroom break. We line up single file, and then I have them count off. That way we know how many students are in our class, and no one's left downstairs alone. They're expected to count off properly and not jump around, use funny words, things like that. All of this doesn't have to do with the counting off. I can see how many students there are, but the point of this is to lay some groundwork for procedures. This is how we behave ourselves in this classroom. We're becoming quiet, so we're ready to go out into the hallway. When we count off sufficiently, then we go out in the hallway and then downstairs where the bathrooms are. Same thing when we come upstairs, we get ready, line up, count off first. When we've done that, we've got all the students we need, then we come back upstairs and start our class. That's about all. That's about all the things you need to do to get ready for our new CCD year. See you next time.